Hello. So somebody asked me how I did Gluttony catalyst on the recent run, so I'll just record it and post it here. Well, the idea is very simple. Basically, you want to do as much hits as possible to the target, so you can kill them as fast as possible. So here is the build. Like I said before, you want to do as much hits as possible, so this is a non-standard build compared with the DPS build. You want to use trait that triggers extra hits. Same goes for the utility skills and the respective gears that you will be using. The base gears is a berserker gear for power DPS, along with a base power runes. But then for the sigils, you want to use sigils that can proc extra hit every second. Same goes for the relic. Here I'm using the relic of Cerus because it can trigger extra AoE for additional hits per second. And this is the example of how Relic of Cerus works if you use the elite skill. There's also an alternative to this, which is Relic of the Sunless, if you do not have the Secret of Obscure expansion. Well, disclaimer, I'm not a very pro Catalyst player, so I'm just gonna mash buttons. But then I'll tell you the basic is you want to preserve all your skills for the split phase. So here you can just basically press anything you want to do and do some damage to the boss. And you also want to take at least 2 spins, which means you can take up to 12 Gluttony stacks, where you can use lightning flash to take the furthest Gluttony and then return to the boss as fast as possible. This will make sure you do not get consumed and you can retain the Gluttony stacks until the Rift phase. You can also stand a little bit on the back but still inside the boss hitbox to make sure you do not get consumed. And if you do not have 12 stacks yet, you can tell your party to hold DPS until the next spin. Be careful to not take other orbs, because it can strip your Gluttony stacks. And then during the split phase, you just mash your AoEs and then drop your elite skill so it can trigger the Cerus relic. As you can see, you are doing lots of lifesteal damage, and this doesn't really visible in the Arc DPS log. It is only visible from your self stat, and that is your actual performance, your actual damage.
Concentration.
You want to aim for roughly 80 to 100k for your self stat to make sure you can clear the rifts as fast as possible. And you also want to retain skills 3 in hammer as long as possible, because it will trigger extra hit per second.
Vigor. Recovery.